And so, whatever time of day or night, however your Derby Day butterflies flutter, Melbourne, Mumbai, Miami, Mombasa, Marrakesh, between and beyond, welcome to Manchester on its noisiest day.
Football is a game of moments. A ball crossing a line, a crowd rising as one, heartbeat that feels like it lasts forever. But sometimes, a moment becomes immortal not just because of what happened, but because of how it was spoken. In a sport defined by noise, passion, and emotion, one voice has managed to rise above the chaos, not by shouting louder, but by speaking deeper. That voice belongs to Peter Drury. He is not just a commentator, he is not just a narrator, he is a storyteller, a poet, a historian of the pitch. When Peter Drury speaks, football feels bigger. When he pauses, the world listens, and when history is made, his words become part of it. This is the story of the man who turned commentary into art. This is the story of Peter Drury. Peter Drury was born in England, surrounded by football culture. From an early age, like many fans, he grew up loving the game. But unlike most, he fell in love not just with goals and trophies, but with the language. While others focus on tactics and results, Drury was drawn to meaning, to the drama, to the human stories behind the score lines. Before he ever held a microphone in a stadium, he studied language, literature, and storytelling. This background would later become his greatest strength. Drury's style was never accidental. Every metaphor, every pose, every carefully chosen word, he understood that football is not just sport, it is culture, identity, and emotion. Most commentators describe what happens. Peter Drury interprets it. He doesn't rush, he doesn't panic. He allows moments to breathe.
And there is the little boy becoming a man. Lamine Yamal, what a story. 16. What were you doing when you were 16? Modric could be his father. Young and innovative, maybe just a beginning for Spain.
When a goal is scored, he doesn't drown it in noise. He frames it like a painting. His voice rises when it needs to. But more importantly, it knows when to fall silent. Drury often uses historical references, literary structure, emotional rhythm, and poetic imagery. Yet he never distracts from the game. He enhances it. This is why fans don't just remember the goals, they remember how they felt and how his voice carried them through it. The 2010 FIFA World Cup in South Africa was more than a tournament. It was a collaboration of football's global soul. The sound of vuvuzelas filled the air. The colors were vibrant. The expectations were enormous. And then came Sifiwe Shabalala. Opening match, opening goal, a nation holding its breath. When the ball was struck, it wasn't just a shot, it was a statement. Drury's words captured something deeper than the goal itself.
Taylor, what's he say? It's a really good ball. It's Shabalala! Goal! Bafana, Bafana! Goal for South Africa! Goal for all Africa! Jambu Lila, rejoice! Bafana, Bafana have popped the first cork on their day of days!
He spoke of history being opened, of a continent announcing itself to the world. That goal wasn't about tactics or technique, it was about pride, about belonging, about football finally coming home to Africa. Peter Drury didn't just describe the moment, he honored it. To this day, that goal lives in memory not just because of the strike, but because of the reference in the voice that told its story. Some commentators treat every match the same. Peter Drury understands context. He knows when a moment is a final chapter, a turning point, or the birth of a legend. He prepares extensively, studying teams, players, cultures, and history. But when the moment arrives, he lets instinct guide him. That balance between preparation and spontaneity is rare. It's why his commentary feels alive, not scripted. May 2012 Premier League, Manchester City vs QPR, 93 minutes, one goal needed, decades of waiting, the stadium was shaking. The clock was merciless. When Sergio Aguero received the ball, the world stopped.
Safe, they don't know it yet. Balotelli. Aguero! Staggering! Just staggering! He's won the
title is heading to the Etihad.
Winner of the season. Sergio Aguero, legend forever. Vincent Kompany will get his hands on the trophy, a trophy that was seconds from being snatched away. And Manchester City, despite the most almighty...
Drury's reaction wasn't just excitement, it was release. Years of frustration, years of hope, all exploding in one instant. His words framed the goal as destiny fulfilled. And once again, Peter Drury's voice became part of the fabric of the moment. You can watch that goal without sound, but you lose something, because Drury didn't just commentate, he witnessed. One of Drury's greatest tools is restraint. In modern broadcasting, silence is risky, but Drury understands its power. After great goals, he often steps back, lets the crowd speak, lets the moment exist on its own. That confidence, to trust the moment, separates great commentators from unforgettable ones. Few returns in football history carried as much emotion as Cristiano Ronaldo's return to Manchester.
Madeira, Manchester, Madrid, Turin, and Manchester again. Wreathed in red. Restored to this great gallery of the game. A walking work of art. Vintage, beyond valuation, beyond forgery or imitation. 18 years since that trembling teenager of touch and tease first tiptoed onto this storied stage. Now in his immaculate maturity, CR7 reunited. Greenwood.
Coming home, a legend returning changed. When Ronaldo walked onto the pitch again in red, it wasn't just nostalgia, it was legacy. Peter Drury's commentary framed it as a reunion between past and present, between youth and experience, between memory and reality. He spoke not of numbers or contracts, but of belonging. The goals that followed felt inevitable, and Drury's words made them feel meaningful. He reminded us that football isn't just about where you play, but where your story began. Fans connect with Peter Drury because he respects them. He doesn't talk down. He doesn't over-explain. He trusts the audience intelligence and emotion. He understands that football fans already know the rules. What they want is connection, and that's what he delivers. In an era of fast clips, short attention spans and viral moments, Peter Drury stands apart. He reminds us that football is not content, it is experience. His presence elevates broadcast, giving weight to even the most routine matches. That's why when fans hear his voice, they know something important is happening. Peter Drury has influenced an entire generation of commentators. Many try to imitate his style, the metaphors, the rhythm, the tone. But what truly sets him apart cannot be copied. It's sincerity, it's respect for the game, It's understanding that football is bigger than football. One day Peter Drury will step away from the microphone, but his words will remain. They will live in highlight reels, in memories, in the hearts of fans who felt more because he helped them feel it. Because football will always have goals, but only once in a generation does it find a voice that truly understands them. Peter Drury didn't just commentate football, he gave it poetry.